It's the John Rush Show for June 30th, 2025. We're going to be discussing some more about ICE coming to church. It's 88 degrees outside in the valley here in Batavia, and the valley, 88 degrees, a little warmer than it was last week. So it's still holding in there. That temperature is still holding up, and we have some humidity too. But gotta water. I have to water my flowers on my balcony and other things. I know your yards, and just keep cool with your air conditioner or other. Just try to keep cool here, folks. And if somebody needs help, give a call and just help to your friend and your neighbor, so everybody keeps together here. So we're going to discuss about ICE. It's the immigration people coming to our community. They've done things out in California mostly, but they've done them all over the country. ICE has, and we talked about this last Friday a little. We'll talk a little more about it here. There is a church raid. I don't know, maybe raid is a little strong, but it was on church property of some Catholic churches in, I believe, San Bernardino area, and two parishes, and the National Catholic Reporter put out this story on that, and it was some upsetting of people of that, and it's understandable. And the gist of his reports is that Hispanics, many of them who are undocumented or might even be citizens, are scared that they could go to church or other activities and ICE will be coming, even the markets. This is not good. This is a bad approach. I want to say I think the best approach is reform. And we talked about immigration reform before, and Trump's people just want to keep deporting. We're going to spend up to 150 billion, that's with a B, for more of these raids, more of this detention. And who's going to benefit? Some detention people. That's all it's going to benefit. And going to raise our prices, vegetables, fruits, workers. They're not going after the criminal. Now that's malarkey, and you know it, and I know it. There's a couple. Here's another article. It's really the similar story. And Newsweek ran a story on this, and same story about the California churches. And they came onto church property to arrest these people. That's why we're saying maybe storm's a little strong there on that one, but they did go on church property to pick up these people. They weren't necessarily members, but they did in a couple parishes in Los Angeles area. Or no, hold it, was San Bernardino actually, which I remember going the train to LA, and anyway, I remember that area, coming into the great city of LA and going down to Santa Ana later. And they've had some raids down in Santa Ana. Remember a few days ago, the guy was doing weed whacking by IHOP, and that was in the southern part of Santa Ana. I never went to that IHOP. I remember going by another IHOP. They have several in Santa Ana, and I remember that. But anyway, the guy was doing that, and he got pulled up by these ICE guys, and the irony of these ICE things is you don't know if they're ICE. Uh, and I think some legislators and states and attorney generals ought to get on the operation, the way they wear these clothes, masks, etc. It's not a good way to do things because vigilantes and others can be involved in these things. Anyway, that down in Santa Ana, that guy got arrested. He has 3 sons in the military, or two in the Marines right now, and one retired from the Marines. So, and he'd been here like 20, 30 years. And then they pull him over and make a big deal out of it. This kind of stuff we should be taking to our immigration reform and get him to be a citizen. He's paying taxes and other things. This is a waste of time, energy, and they still have those troops in LA. I don't know why, but they still do. And that's another waste of money. Talking about waste and abuse. Yeah, what are we doing here? And here's another story. It was in Christianity Today and also another publication called Christian Post. This is about some Iranians that came out of Iran, Christians that came out of Iran to get away from the repressive regime there, and then they get picked up here. And this one lady, how is it here? The pastor is called in, and anyway, there's a picture here of this arrest of these people, nonviolent people, just ICE just going after asylum. These people came to the U.S. for asylum from that, and another sad story. That's in Christianity Today online, and that's what's happening here. And those were Iranian refugees. Now, you say to me, John, why you keep talking about? Well, there's a couple reasons. James talks about orphans and widows. Well, I'm sure he would throw in immigrants too. James would. He was that type of guy, brother of Jesus. Here's what Jesus said. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Now we put you in handcuffs and throw you in the pokey and send you away to some country you never knew about. That's the America we have right now. I was a stranger and you sent me away. No. That is what Jesus said. You welcomed me. He wants us to welcome our stranger. Okay. So we're trying to get Trump 2.0 with the teachings of Jesus. This is a tough one, folks, to be with it. And we got to stand up. That's by being salt and light. It's in the Beatitudes. And or Sermon on the Mount, I should say more about that. Sermon on the Mount, right by the Beatitudes, right next to him, right after the statements of the Beatitudes. Here's what Deuteronomy says. That's the Old Testament. True justice must be given to the foreigners living among you. Oh, true justice? We just don't send them away without due process, do we? We're not supposed to. That's not America. That's not America. Mr. Trump had trials. He didn't get convicted without a trial of his peers. Now, don't get me in about that, but Trump got convicted by his peers. That was a trial. It wasn't some kangaroo court either. Just remember, Jesus was a refugee, folks. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. That's what we should be doing here. And I'm going to throw one more thing down here at the bottom of the screen. This is for you who out there have neighbors, friends that need to know more about the immigration rights. Here's a good group here in Illinois that's at this site, www.icirr.org. They have some papers and other things on what to do with immigration here. So let's stand up. Let's be there. We really want immigration reform. That's what we really want. Don't say to anybody, "Oh, I just want to let them in," and blah blah blah. No, we want real immigration reform. That's what we want. And there was a bipartisan bill that Trump killed before the election, and anyway, he killed it with his buddies. And so we want real immigration reform. That's what we want. Remember, if you have somebody that might need to know more about immigration rights, this is the one good group here, icirr.org. And you can also contact the State Representative 89th District, Barbara Hernandez, if you see something happening on that line. And also helps could be with World Relief or Family Focus in Aurora. So those are some of the things out there. Remember, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. That's what Jesus said. Well, we'll see you then. See, today is Monday, so we're going to see you then on Wednesday, Lord willing. And so for right now, I'm just going to say bye-bye and let's hang in there. And just hang in there, folks. Just hang in there and let's pray for each other and pray for our country. Pray for our leaders that they would stand up for justice. And pray for our legislators right now as they're voting on this big, beautiful, ugly bill. I would call it ugly, though. And cutting Medicaid and other health care from our people. Not a good idea. And massive monies to immigration deportations, not good. There's a lot of things in that bill that are no good, and let's hope it doesn't go through, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, we'll see you then on Wednesday, Lord willing. So we'll talk again. Keep the faith. So bye-bye now, everybody. Bye-bye, and we'll talk again. Bye-bye.